I want to ask you a question. A very fair question. Would you consider it pointless to debate someone like Kent Hovind? Kent Hovind, well-known young earth creationist, tax protester, alleged spousal abuser. I'm just saying that so he doesn't sue me, don't worry. It isn't necessarily pointless. But whether it's worthwhile really depends on your goals. Here's a few cases where it might be worthwhile. You're debating for the audience, not for him. This guy has been stuck in his ways since the age of the dinosaurs. There's simply no changing his mind, not even if you pray to Jesus for it. This guy is stuck in his ways. Hovind is unlikely to change his views, but if you're articulate, well prepared, and respectful, you might reach curious or undecided listeners. For some, this could be their first exposure to scientific reasoning. 2. You want to expose flawed arguments publicly. It's no surprise that Kent Hovind uses the same 5 or 6 sound bites. Hovind uses a script of fast-talking, often misleading or outdated claims. Scallop. Skillfully countering this can help others recognize fallacies or misinformation. If you want to practice your rhetorical skills, it can also work. If you're a student of debate, science communication, or philosophy, or even if you're training to be a teacher, this could be a case study in handling difficult opponents with poise and clarity. Sadly, there's the other side of the coin, which is most of the times Kent Hovind has debated. It's pointless to debate him if your goal is to change his mind. Like I said, he's been holding this belief about a 6,000-year-old Earth since the age of the dinosaurs. There's simply nothing you can do that will change his mind. Besides, he's not engaging in good faith inquiry. He's performing. This is a performance to him. It's basically a joke. If you're unprepared for his tactics, you're gonna get fucked. And also, if you're gonna debate him, I would also say you shouldn't because of this simple thing. If the platform gives him unearned legitimacy. So, for example, if you're like a renowned biologist or a physicist, debating Kent Hovind is fucking fruitless. Because you're only giving his points legitimacy by trying to take them seriously. It should be less about changing his mind and more about demonstrating critical thinking for those watching or listening. But if you're seeking mutual understanding or evidence-based dialogue, it's probably not the best use of your time. But then I thought of a different tactic. Would out-crazying him work? Would making him seem like the sane guy work? Would showing him the fucking nutcase everyone else sees him as work? Out-crazying Kent Hovind can work, but only in certain contexts and with clear intent. It's a high-risk, high-reward move. First off, what do we mean by out-crazying him? It's like holding up a funhouse mirror to him to show him how unhinged or absurd his views sound, how he relies on confidence and performance over logic, and that his position, when mirrored, becomes visibly untenable or even laughable. It might work in a satirical or performative context. If you're doing this on a podcast or a debate meant to entertain as well as inform, it can highlight the absurdity of Kent Hovind's rhetoric. For example, take his beliefs about the Earth being 6,000 years old and fucking run with it. Fucking run with it. Go wild, go nuts. Make him seem like the sane guy for the sake of comedy or whatever. Also, if people are nodding along with Hovind, absurdity might shake them into seeing how far gone the conversation is. It can also backfire if the audience doesn't get the satire. They might think you're the one who's crazy. And also if it turns into a clown show. But there's also the fact that it could feed Kent Hovind's persecution narrative. Because he could be like, oh, this person doesn't have anything to say, so they're just mocking me. So basically, it works as satire, not as an argument. But then again, Kent's not arguing either. So, I got another piece of advice in case anyone wants to debate Kent Hovind in this more like jovial, mocking, satirical fashion. Go the moist critical route. Say the most absurd shit with the most serious expression you can. Why? Because it's funny. Hold up a mirror to him so that his audience, because I doubt he'll be able to realize you're actually holding up a mirror, make it so his audience can realize, oh wait, they're both fucking stupid. And then they realize, oh, this one was just acting, so Kent is fucking stupid. That's the only way I can see this working.